Welcome back and thank you for joining me for this special video. If you like something different in the way of automobiles, this is an all Datsun car show swap meet event held every spring in Manteca, California. The name of the club that sponsors it is Datslocos. I was pleasantly surprised to see many different models show up at this event, including a few rare Nissan Skyline GTs. Stay tuned, watch the entire video, and please leave some comments as to your opinion on some of these amazing vehicles. Thank you.
Can't leave anything alone.
That's right.
So, now it's got a 434 LSR, 13.5 to 1 compression. It makes about 606 wheel horsepower.
A very rare Nissan Skyline here. Import car, right-hand drive. Let's check it out.
I will get back to this one later.
But yeah, SEMA ready.
Yeah.
It's too complete for SEMA, actually.
It would need paint, and I refuse to paint it because it's Datsun again. That's not something I want to do.
I mean, I think I like them when they're like more like a survivor, you know what I mean? And kind of like kind of running again, you know, like this thing's actually really badass because it's just swapped, you know what I mean? And like looks old.
One thing I should have done is
clean headlights make a big difference, you know? Like,
I should have cleaned up the engine bay, but the exterior, no.
Sweet. Woohoo!
This happened to be one of my favorite cars at the car show. This 70 510 was built amazingly. It has a L20B engine, bored 30 over, a Snyder cam, Mikuni PHH 44 carbs, a 280Z 5-speed transmission instead of the 4-speed that originally came in the vehicle, and it has an R180 411 gear limited slip differential rear end. The full suspension has been modified with Techno Toy tuning, T3 front and rear parts and coilovers. The wheels are amazing. They are rare vintage JDM SSR Star Shark gold anodized wheels, complete with a rear spoiler, a beautiful two-tone paint job. This 510 definitely made an impact at this show. Let's talk about the name Datsun versus Nissan and why the change. Before Nissan changed the brand name to Nissan, they were making all the cars titled as Datsuns. They changed the Datsuns to Nissans only because the company was never Datsun. Only the cars got that name, so it made sense to change all the cars manufacturing thereafter to Nissan.
morning, David. How are you?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Excellent. You know, even better now that you drove in.
Okay.
Tell me about this monster.
Well, this is a 74 260Z. I've had it for about 6 years now, and just, you know, I can't leave anything alone.
That's right.
So, you know, now it's got a 434 LSR, 13.5 to 1 compression. It makes about 606 wheel horsepower, over 700 at crank.
Wow.
And that's on motor. There's a little bit of nitrous going on in there.
I see that.
Still trying to work that stuff out, but
Okay.
It's ran a 9.8 at 151 at SAC on just a soft pass.
Incredible.
It's fun to drive, and that's pretty much all I was going for when I put it together. As long as it's fun to drive, it's got my seal.
That's number one.
That's number one.
It's got to be fun to drive.
Smile on my face every time I hop.
And
out.
it is drivable.
It is drivable, no problem. It can cruise down the freeway at 80, as long as you can go.
Great.
If you need fuel, it does use a lot of fuel.
Any internal mods?
So this is a fully built motor. It's everything is. I mean, even the block is an aftermarket race block.
Wow.
So it's, you know, big rods, big crank. It's 2,000 horsepower rotating assembly.
It sounded healthy when you pulled in.
Yeah. So
What did you do for the rear end and drive frame?
So this is actually the world's first Super 8.8 swapped S30. So this is the rear end out of the S550 Mustangs. So when I was...
So it's a solid axle?
No, it's IRS. Yeah. So it used to have a supercharged LQ4 in it, making about 800 wheel, and I still had an R200 back there with the stock half shafts. Scary, right? If one of those things breaks on the freeway, it's a hard right or left off the freeway.
Yeah,
So-
that would be miserable.
So, you know, I was doing some searching, trying to see all the stuff that was available, and I didn't like anything was out, so I ran across a forum and a thread that was trying to make that rear end kit work, but nobody was really eating it up, right? They
Right.
didn't really, they weren't going for it. But
Okay.
I saw it, and, you know, I thought, you know what, I think that'll work. So I
Sure.
hit the guy up, his name's Vlad, and, you know, he drove to my house in Tracy from Oregon with a bunch of parts, and we put it in there, and 4 days later we were driving it down the road, and we finished it at 4 in the morning. I put my car in the trailer and I went to Shift Sector, which is a half-mile event.
Wow.
And we did 158 miles an hour with it. I was having belt issues and whatnot, but proved it worked, and it's, you know,
Amazing. And what
What,
transmission are you running?
it's a Magnum F T56. So
Okay. Okay.
yeah, but I mean, 5 years later, it's still the same kit that he made, his prototype, and he's on like the 7th or 8th revision now. And he's, you know, it works. I have no complaints about it.
Oh, that's incredible.
Yeah. Yeah, it's got a 14-inch GT500 Brembos.
I see that.
Front with the S197 knuckle.
How many years have you worked on it?
So when I got it 6 years ago, it was a roller. It had 2 seats, a steering wheel, and brake pedal on it, and that was it.
Okay.
Not a single wire in the car, no motor or trans. I mean, it was as roller could be. And from
Well,
there,
that's the best candidate for doing a
You
swap
can
like
make it
that.
your
Yeah.
own.
Yes,
Yeah.
make it your own.
Yep.
Well, thank you very much, David. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right. Have a great day.
All right, you too.
Thank you.
Yep.
I have to say, this is one of the most unique vehicles out here today. What is your name?
Rico.
Nice to meet you. My name's Rob. How long have you worked on this project?
Well, it was a mutual project between me and my buddy,
Okay.
and it was about 4 years ago we started on it.
Okay.
And recently he backed out of it, couldn't, didn't want to finish doing it, so I bought it off of him.
Okay.
So I decided to finish the job.
Great.
So
This is a 68?
68, 69, 70, and 71.
Really?
All the different body styles are on it. All the same year,
Wow.
same style, but
And
all
that's how
different years.
that's how you came up with the name Frankenstein.
Frankenstein.
I noticed you did all new brake, master cylinder and
New brake
lines.
stuff,
Yeah, all
had
new.
to redo everything.
Yeah, so it's safe.
Got
And
all
it's-
new brakes in it, wheel cylinders, everything's new.
And it's on airbags, right?
It's on airbags.
Wow. But it has the original Kingpin front suspension.
Yep. And I'm gonna rebuild that next.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave it original.
Yeah. It's amazing how you use these chains here to tie it together.
That's too much, guys.
It's amazing. And how about the back end? What did you do back here?
Well, originally what we did is we took the cab and we shoved it back 8 inches.
Okay.
So the cab is physically bolted to the frame of the truck.
Okay.
There's no grommets. And then when we did that, we had to cut the cab, the front of the bed, to make up for it, 8 inches. And then we took the back of the chassis, we cut 15 inches off the back of the frame, and brought the back of the bed in.
Okay.
So it's almost literally 2 feet shorter
Wow.
than original.
And then the beer keg is your fuel tank.
Yep.
I like the Frankenstein head for the fuel filler cap. And are these exhaust stacks real?
Yes, they do work.
Wow. Do you mind firing it up? I'd love to see those things open up. That's incredible. That is a one-of-a-kind creation.
Yeah, still gonna do more work to it.
Work in process.
Oh yeah. Still gotta finish putting the front end parts back on it.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you sharing it with all of us.
Yeah, no problem.
Thanks for coming out today.
Walking around this event, I was simply amazed at the amount of time, talent, and money that has gone into the build of these amazing Datsuns. The Datsun 510 was an iconic Japanese vehicle produced in the 1970s, and I was pleasantly surprised to see how many showed up at this event this year as well as last year. Well, I can't share much about the build specs of this amazing 510, but check this thing out. This car is simply over the top amazing. I'm speechless. Very fine example of make it your own. Check out these two Datsun Z cars. Well, let me tell you, I was simply blown away to see two different vintage Nissan Skylines show up. These are import vehicles from Japan, right-hand drive. Just simply incredible to see these in person. I've never seen these before in America. I want to thank everybody for watching another one of my videos. If you like this kind of content or petrol related content in general, please show your support, hit the thumbs up, leave a comment about what you like and what you'd like to see next in my future videos. And until next time, take care.